And while you're at the conference, you have chat on your phone. Everybody should have chat on the phone. Every time you meet somebody, you make a little note, make sure I follow up with this person, put their name in there. When you get back, it's all going to be in your chat on your desktop, and you're going to follow up on those emails. That's like a real tip. That's a time saver.
Welcome back to our Happy Rainmaker series where point one can make a difference. This is going to be a really exciting one because today I'm joined by Kathy D'Agostino from Win It Business AI, and she's going to help us learn how to use AI to help in your rainmaking efforts. Welcome, Kathy.
So thank you so much, Jen. Glad to be here again with you.
So, Kathy, you have recently thrown yourself into AI and discovered all of its potential. And one of the things that we were talking about was you think it can free up some time for lawyers to have more time for business development activities. And then you also were telling me that they could use AI to actually assist them with the business development. I know everybody wants to know all about this. So I'm going to hand the floor to you.
So let me kind of make it a little more generic. Anything with a lot of data or anything with a lot of copy, right? Context. You could attach it inside ChatGPT or the large language model and ask it for what you want. If it's public knowledge, if it's proprietary, redact it, put it in an Excel, wipe it out, put it back in. So, you have to take a little bit of measures. It takes a little bit of time to do that. However, it's a privacy issue. If you just want to get started, but data collection, marketing, how do you want to write that email once you find the client? How do you want to write that email to them and say, here's my client, here's what I do. Write me a first draft on how I could approach them, right? And then don't take the first draft. So now, it's the second one, right? And then it's the third. What did I forget to include with them? We'll say, well, you should put your calendar in for sure. It's definitely, why don't you add your calendar link? Okay. Fast story, quick. I use email so much that I had to create a rule for me. I put all my emails in. It learns from me. People say, is it going to learn from you? Yes, very much. Thank you. It learns from me and puts it back. So I was going back and forth just fast with the client. And so this happens to all of us. Go back and forth. And it said to me the other day, well, you fixed the question. Well, you answered the question she wanted. We didn't address her point of view. I think we should write about her point of view. I'm like, okay, so you're nicer than me? I'm talking about empathy. It's like, well, we answered her question, but I think we should address that she had a different point of view. I'm like, okay. She said, oh, I already wrote the emails below. I'm like, sure you did. So I saw somebody was offering a course on it was for lawyers, how to go to a conference, how to make the best before the conference. Like, okay, check LinkedIn. We know that. Like, how to, check out who the speakers are, connect with them, whatever. What do you do after a conference? What do you do 6 months after, right? I'm like, okay, it doesn't sound like rocket scientist to me, but the course was $19.95. And I'm like, is that a little pricey? I'm like, I'm just get curious, right? So I put it in ChatGPT and I'm like, here's the outline, what they said is included in this course. The course is $19.95. If you could teach me this course at no charge, or my $20 a month I pay for you, right? Make you work a little harder. How close could you get to pulling the highlights of this and making sure that I do these points? It said, pretty darn close. Want to see? I'm like, of course I want to see. Of course, who can I see it? I'm like, here's your course. Do you want to know more? So just wrote the outline. And I'm like, yeah, I actually do want to know what. And honestly, it was just simple stuff, and it was the way it was organized, right? So I took the link from the article. It's public knowledge. It was out there in a public space. I put the highlight what it was. It honestly did, and I've done it before. So static learning is a little out, but the important thing is you can learn anything you want. Take a course that you've seen somewhere and just have ChatGPT. Without going to this class and paying all this money, what can I learn? What can it teach me?
Well, I'm sure that you could also use ChatGPT when, I know a lot of lawyers go to a yearly conference. I'm actually headed to a conference myself next week. And, I know what to do and how to do the follow-up, but do I do it perfectly every time? Do I get to everything I mean to do every time? No. But when you use ChatGPT or another large language model, maybe it can, game out the steps for you and even write the emails that you're going to follow up with and help you save a little time so maybe you get to your whole to-do list.
Yes. And while you're at the conference, you have chat on your phone. Everybody should have chat on the phone. Every time you meet somebody, you make a little note, make sure I follow up with this person, put their name in there. When you get back, it's all going to be in your chat on your desktop, and you're going to follow up on those emails. That's like a real tip. That's a time saver. Yeah, I send an email, make sure I include this document. I met her at this conference. Make sure I do this or do that. Yeah. And so what I think is really, really super valuable after that, Jen, if you're going to do it, I would say create a checklist for me. So 2 weeks before I go, while I'm there, and 2 weeks when I come back, and then create a timeline for me when I should do these things, or make a follow-up list for me. So it can do all of those things. It can do
Well,
all those things.
amazing. I think we're going to have you back to help us a little bit more and film some more videos. But for now, I think every lawyer who's listening to this has a lot of really good practical information to get started with.
Well, I
So
hope
thank
so.
you so much for being with us today.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you. I'm glad to come back anytime. If it helps people, I'm all about that. I'm glad to help.
Thank you very much.